Okay. Let's get into it and see if this works at all. Alright, so we're in a new world. It is day 1. There's a chick. I died in my last world trying to lead a chick back to my house. It went poorly, but that's my fault. Alright, ooh, sheep. Sheep and some birch, which I don't typically like building with. I like using it for flooring, actually. But we will collect some, because that is what you do when you start a new Minecraft world. We'll do that, we'll make an axe, we will acquire wool via nefarious means, and decimate the local sheep population, and then we'll move on with our lives. If you've been watching, I don't know what I've been posting, frankly, because, you know, time isn't real, only Minecraft is real. I don't know what I've been posting, but if you've been watching, you know that I am terrible at this game. We're on try 7. I have literally never in my whole life survived 100 days on hardcore Minecraft. I have been playing this game, well, I don't know, I guess like 3 years for real. Of course, I grew up like watching it, but I was one of those people that watched other people play the game. And it took a long time for me to get set up to play it myself. So obviously, ooh, spruce. Obviously, I really enjoy it. But it will take quite a while, and it has, I guess, taken quite a while for me to be any good at it. But the general plan is I want to live. I think I rely on villagers a lot, and I know some people prefer enchanting and stuff. That's not really for me. I feel like it just takes a ton of time to build up the levels. And especially early game, it doesn't work for me. So my general plan is find a village and grind for some armor, because I'm tired of dying because of stupid reasons. One of the tries, maybe try 4, maybe try 5, I died because I was just like hanging out on one of the crystals when I exploded it, and that exploded me, which I didn't know could happen at the time. And that was like sort of a dumb way to die, but at least I was doing the dragon fight. I think that was like day 90. We were so close on that try. But yeah, like I said, the last try, I was trying to lead a chick back to my house, and I just walked backwards off of an enormous cliff. That was kind of embarrassing. And if I had had better armor, I probably would have survived that. So we're just going to gather some resources, poke around till we find somewhere cool, and yeah, grind for some armor. Ooh, might be a... Hi, wolf. I have no bones for you, but I do love you. Ooh, okay, so we're going to get some stone. You may have noticed I am easily distracted. Especially the first like day or so in a new world. It's like, oh, I could do this, I could do that. And yeah, we get there eventually, most of the time. We have a little bit of stone, I need more stone. We're gonna get some stone, we're gonna make a stone axe. Excuse me, a stone axe and various stone tools. We're gonna get enough stone so we can make a furnace. And then we're gonna see... Maybe we'll just mark down the coordinates, because there's that azalea tree over there, which means a lush cave. But it's also day 1, and I have no armor whatsoever, and again, the plan is to live. So maybe we'll just mark down the coordinates. because it would be really cool to get glowberries and moss and stuff. I love that kind of stuff for decorating, but I don't think we're ready yet. So bear with me while I write this down. Lush Cave, and I'm going to note that this is try 7 on my little notepad that has various interesting coordinates from just so many attempts. And yeah, okay, so we're gonna make a boat so we can get across all here, and we will make our stone pickaxe and our stone axe and a furnace. And we're gonna cook up this mutton so it's useful, because it's really just not useful at all unless it's cooked. I'm gonna get a few more of these mushrooms. So far in hardcore, I have never once cured a villager, a zombie villager, but it's nice to have the items should I ever decide to. We'll get some glowberries. No, not glowberries. Regular berries? What are these? Sweet berries. What are these? Sweet, sweet berries. And maybe some sand just to have. Also, it'd be good to have a shovel. Some sand just to have so I can make glass if I'd like. I suppose I could also do concrete. I don't really build with concrete. I typically do like a wood stone palette, which I think most people do, because concrete is just extra steps and you have to gather so much material. I will also note that I don't really feel like building is my forte in this game. I recently made a big old ship. Oh, it's supposed to be a ship. And I don't know, from some angles it looked super cool, I think, but it could have been a lot better. So we are probably getting better by doing this so often. I don't know how much better, and I don't know. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Dark oak. I really like dark oak. We're gonna head on over, get a few of those, and then we'll explore and find where we want to set up. What was I saying? My memory's not great. I recently had a baby, and if you or anyone you know has had a kid, you know that sleep doesn't really happen, and it turns out you do. Ooh, I'm gonna get some of this clay as well. You do need to sleep to have a functioning brain. And if anyone asks, that is probably the reason why I haven't been able to survive any of these 100 days. It's because my brain's not working. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, we've got the dark oak now, I assume. No, I just chopped it down and got nothing. Let's make sure we actually have that. I believe it's a tree chopping mod. I'll make sure I put it in the description. Because I really hate chopping down trees in like the vanilla Minecraft way. I hate it. I'm not going to do it. I think, well, Minecraft is a sandbox game, and I think the point of it is to do what you enjoy. And what I enjoy is not chopping down trees. Okay, we've done that. We've gotten a little bit of clay. We're going to get a little bit of gravel so that when I find a village, I can make a fletching table and just immediately work on getting my armor. We have enough to do that now. And now we will move on. See what we can see. Typically, I am a fan of kind of big wide open plains areas to start my building. I prefer not to do a bunch of terraforming because I am somewhat lazy. And, ooh, ruined nether portal. Ooh, iron. Okay. So we're probably looking for something approaching a big old plains biome. Flower fields would be cool. I am called Bees Mode, and I like bees, which is why I look like one. So it'd be cool to have access to bees early on in the video. So flower fields would be nice. but I'm going to try to be relatively open about where I want to start out. Because, you know, if we're picky, we'll never find anything. And it always bothers me when it's been like 3 to 5 to 10 days and I still haven't found a place to call home. Because then I feel like I'm just wasting so much of the video, like looking around for stuff that isn't necessarily important. You will also notice in these videos that I may just sort of dash off because kiddo is crying. So I do my best to kind of keep that out of the recording sound-wise, but you may hear the occasional yell. All right, we did it. Sweet dreams. We successfully took a nap. Okay, we're gonna get some coal. And then we're gonna check out that ruined nether portal. And ideally it's gonna have an enchanted apple and full mending gold armor and just the coolest possible stuff. But we'll find out very shortly. While I get all this coal, you know, we can kind of chat. How are you doing? How's your day looking? I assume mostly this YouTube channel is here for me to track my attempts of trying to survive my 100 days. If anyone does end up watching this, that'd be pretty sweet. Conceptually, the person watching this, hi, how are you doing? How's your day going? What have you been up to? Okay, so we have Protection 1 chest plate. That is something, and I'll certainly take it. Got some iron nuggets. I'm not going to take the lodestones because you can make those now. I'll take the flint because I already have it taking up space. We'll take the silk touch golden shovel. We could get bees pretty fast. And the fire charge, I'm going to be so real with you. I don't know what those do. I have never once used one. But I do want the chest. And I'm wondering if I should make a bucket now to get lava now. I don't think so. I don't think that's the use I want for this little bit of iron we have. What I do want to do is make a shield as part of our, hey, wouldn't it be so neat if we lived kind of vibe we have going on here. Oh, I guess I should probably put something in here to cook the iron. While we're in here. No point for a campfire yet. Normal furnaces are incredibly slow when they're cooking iron. Hello? Hello? No shields? No shields for bees mode? Here we are. Anyway, yeah, furnaces are slow. It bothers me. But we clearly don't have enough iron for a blast furnace yet. Okay, we have these things. We don't really want to go over there because there's just a bunch more birch, it looks like. I'm also keeping the distance relatively low because my computer is really just doing its best and doing reasonably well, but we don't need to overtax it unnecessarily. Got some kelp now. Will I ever use this? Nobody knows. Ooh, okay, so we have a the opposite of a dark forest, a pale forest. Is that what it's called? I feel like that's what it's called, a pale forest. It sounds right. So we will go ahead and get a few saplings from there as well. I do like to get all of the saplings. I think that's a fun little accomplishment. And since the pale forest is, I think, the rarest biome, I know there's not birch. They came up with a new tree recently. I don't know what it is, and I don't believe I am in the version that has that either, so I don't believe we'll see it. Anyway, I think the pale forest? I think those gray trees over there are the rarest ones currently. We'll just bounce up this hill. chop down a few gray trees, and then we will be on our way as we continue to look for the place we will call home on this 100 days. How have I managed to lose an entire biome? It was over this way. I'm pretty sure. Oh my god. Unbelievable. I'm gonna have to pillar up and try to find it. I'm really hoping it turns out to be just like a really teeny tiny biome that I managed to lose and not... There. Yeah, not a giant one. Okay, we'll have a snack because I can't run anymore. And I like to be fast. Hello. There we are. Okay, yeah. I would say from here it does look reasonably small. So hopefully, again, hopefully it's a small biome that I lost and not a giant one. Because that would be somewhat inexcusable. Oh, dude, is it literally just one tree? Okay, it's like 3 trees. Well, no wonder I lost it. How are you gonna track 3 trees? Make a new axe, because the mod does take out all of the, let's say the juice that your axe would use on chopping trees. And often it breaks in the middle and then it's annoying. Okay, so it's more than 3 trees, but the point is it's not huge. And now we have to do the thing where I get rid of stuff I don't need, because I just immediately go nuts on getting items. And they're really not necessary to start out with. It's going to be easier to find a firefly bush, so we'll keep the moss. And it looks like it's starting to get dark. I know it goes kind of gray under the biome, but I certainly don't want to be here when it gets dark, because I am terrified of the creaking. Obviously, never fought it myself, seen other people do it, and I said, no thank you. Alright, that will do it for me. Maybe we'll get a little bit more moss since we've already got it taking up a slot in the inventory. A little more moss. Get this extra wet wool. It's not really useful currently. I'm just gonna yeet. And off we go. I don't think this counts as a flower field necessarily. Hey donkey. Lots of flowers, but not like a bunch of different flowers. And again, I'm really going to try to be just pretty chill about where we build. Do I believe in my heart of hearts that this is going to be the attempt where I survive? Yes, absolutely. No doubt about it. Do I want to waste time finding the perfect spot? No. Bees. Hello, bees. Okay, I think I'm going to try to stay in this general location until the sun goes down, which won't be too much longer, because then I can get this beehive. We can get the total bee location advancement, and also have a sense of purpose and be content. All that from bees. Bounce along to this ruined nether portal. See if there's anything good in this one. The problem is there's so much stuff, right? Like there's the... I don't really need this apple, or I could just eat the apple. Oh, baby's awake. All right, I'm out. Okay, we are starting again. I believe when last we left off, I was questioning if I wanted to get a bunch of pumpkins. And I feel like, yeah, because I can always throw them out later. Likely in 20 seconds when I look in here and see hopefully something cool. Okay, we have obsidian. We definitely want that. We'll say goodbye to our seaweed here. A lot of iron nuggies, almost a stack of iron nuggets. Breaking and efficiency. I don't really need the golden hoe. I think that should do it. And then we will take the chest. And to be clear, the reason I take the chests is because they take a whole bunch of wood. And in the early days, it's kind of a pain to have that. Now, I have left the game since we saw the beehive, which means I have no idea where the beehive is. Okay, I have a guess. And we'll just see if we can find it. But the sun is starting to get lower. We're gonna set up our little teeny tiny nighttime spot. You're a beehive. Ah. Be right over here. Time to go home, bees. It's getting to be nighttime. Well, I will set up my bed while we wait. And we'll get this beef cooking. Those poor unfortunate cows, but I think cows are probably the #1 most useful mob in Minecraft. Like, if you have villagers, you can well, I guess you can also use the stronghold. The point is, you can technically beat the game without cows, but it's a pain. Total beat location. And now it's bedtime. Alright. A beautiful new day. We have bee friends who will live there. We have steak. And we're just going to kind of look around. Also, I think I mentioned earlier, I keep the distance pretty low, which kind of means we just run into stuff when we run into it. Like, I can never really see what's coming up as far as biomes, and that is kind of fun and kind of disappointing. But it's also life, and I'm going to make a new axe. And to be clear, we've already made a shield, yes, okay. Let's see how far we can get with these nuggies. Certainly some more. I think I can make pants with that, yeah. Continuing to live our best life, which includes not dying. Really just gonna prioritize armor. That's my play this time. It's the technique. Okay, and I see some sand over there. Sorry, just taking a moment to appreciate the nice twinkly music. Just nice and peaceful. If anyone ever does listen to this, you'll have to let me know if you prefer videos where people talk a lot, or if they just kind of are silent and doing their stuff. I tend to prefer the ones where people are kind of chattering the whole time, because I'll use that to get my work done, you know, chores and other stuff where it's just kind of nice to have some background noise. So I'm going to run up there and grab some of those acacia trees so we can get all of our saplings. I am interested in this area over here. It looks like it could be kind of a plains area. And it could perhaps include a village. Get a little more sugarcane while we're over here. I do feel like the The way villages are kind of spread around, more bees. Stop everything, more bees. I don't even think I can carry more bees. Okay. What do we not need? I don't really think we need... Well, we don't need all that, and we don't need the spruce because I can make more. Or get more, I guess, might be the term. This is sort of just turning into several days of bees mode, hunting down beehives, because I'm going to wait until night again, probably, because I'd like to get all the bees. Although, I mean, there's one in there. I already have some bees. I guess we don't have to do total bee location every time. Is that one? 2 out of 3 is not bad. Okay. Hello, cow. As you can see, I am an excellent gamer, and I never miss. Yes. We only do 1 hits here. Oh, that one worked. That one was accurate. Okay. Get this acacia while I'm up here. Take a bit of a peek. I think I was saying, I feel like villages used to be easier to find, or maybe at least to be more consistent. How often there were villages. Okay, I don't need that single piece of mutton. I do need these acacia saplings to live. And cool. Off we go again. Yeah, at this point, I'm really just going to take the first village I see. I do feel like they're typically acacia villages. Is that right? Like desert villages? Villages built of acacia. But I am just going to kind of swing by this because it just looks so peaceful and pretty. Okay, we're gonna whack up the distance on the computer briefly, and that may mean that everything kind of goes slow for a moment. If that is the case, I will beg your patience, but it'll only be for a minute or two while we get a better view. Okay, video settings. Oh, it's already at 18 chunks. I thought it was lower. All right, we're gonna do another 10. So we'll get 28 chunks. And you may hear in the background the sound of a computer wheezing. Ooh, wow, but that's way further. We can see, oh, there's a village way off over there. And it's a nice open space. That is the route and portal we just came from. And I don't see any acacia villages. So maybe I was wrong about that. But I prefer that one over there. So just to be sure, that is headed towards the east. Kind of northeast. Okay. Get all of our sand back. Also, in this world, I'm gonna try to fight the urge to just kind of jump off into water. Because that's what happened in the last world. I was leading that tiny little adorable chick off towards my house. To be clear, when I say chick, I mean a baby chicken. I think I've already gotten turned around. So, yes, I have. Northeast. Yes, there's a reason why I was tracking that, because I am not directionally gifted. So anyway, I was leading the tiny little adorable baby chicken off towards my house, and I just backed off that cliff because I said in my head, oh, yeah, there's definitely water under me. And there was not. Okay, that's a cherry tree biome. Cherry biome? I feel like I'm really butchering the names of all of these. But that's a cherry biome. And maybe goodness gracious, a pillager outpost. Maybe, we'll have to see and get up there, but I thought I caught a glimpse of one. But that is one more sapling we can get. This cave looks cool. Kind of like big old windows into the side of the cliff there. Okay, Okay, I think we want to go over this way. Oh, and it's like glowing in there. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know if we'll ever get the chance to explore that. I hope we will. But I would want to be pretty well armored up. Also, do you see that square bit in there? It's just like begging for a portal. Another portal. And I make no promises about where we will put our nether portal. Probably just close to wherever our house is. But that would be a cool spot for one. Here we go, bouncing along. Boing, boing, boing. And hopefully I have not gotten turned around again. And we'll come up over this hill and we will see a village. And it'll be chock full of villagers, and I will then complain about them for the rest of the video. Because obviously they are incredibly helpful, but they're also a giant pain. Okay. Okay. This is embarrassing. Also, I don't even know if I ever... Yeah, okay, so I'd still set up on a super high distance, which means I should be able to see everything I was just able to see because I did not go very far. And yet, I have successfully lost a whole village. How many things can Beast Mode lose in 100 days? Most things. I'm going to say most things. Okay, yeah, we keep going up. We keep going up. Oh, okay, so I managed to just go completely around it. Okay, I feel like I'm less likely to lose a whole cherry biome than I am that specific village, and it's starting to get dark. So, we're going to head to the village, settle in, have a good night's sleep, also offload a bunch of my stuff, hopefully find some, I'm blanking on the word. I'm learning Spanish right now, attempting to learn Spanish, and the word I'm looking for is la bolsa, but I want the English word, because I'm speaking English in these videos. Bundles, or sack, bag, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, hopefully there will be some bundles in the village so I can have better inventory management. It's kind of a small village. There's not any of the church things that have brewing stations. But in order to get that to function, we would have to go to the nether anyway, so we can just make our own. Okay, and I'm also going to try and sleep basically immediately as night falls for the first bit, because I want to live. Okay, and we're going to note the coordinates of this village. Home village is at 367-ish. No, sorry, 370. We're rounding to 370 for no reason at all. And -1373. Alright, we have that information now. And now it's time to loot. Alright, we have some bread. We have more leather, and we have another chest. I'm also going to get rid of all these cauldrons, because that means every single villager is going to be a leather worker, and I have no use for those currently. I don't really know what they do. I've at some point, I feel like I was doing a thing where it was like, let me get every villager job lock. And ooh, it'd be nice if we get this one cow in with this other cow and immediately start a little cow group farm. But in order to do that, I need to... Okay, that's not very useful, is it? Okay, 2 and 1. Get the horse down in there, and also get... let go of this bread. Get some wheat. Okay, now we can lead that cow in to be with the other cow, and they will be cow friends, and they will have cow babies. Hello, sir. Sir, excuse me. Over here. Okay, I will get rid of the tree, and you will come over here, where I have this lovely wheat for you. Thank you. Okay, and while they are busy, I will get out of here. We'll say hi to the little cow. You are adorable. And, oh, I'm going to remember to put the video down, the distance down. Render distance. Yes, I am a gamer. I know these terms. Because my computer is starting to smell like an iron. Nice and toasty in there. Alright, I don't think I need the rest of this wheat, but we'll just kind of hold on to it. You, sir, are future iron. I don't think I've died recently to an iron golem, so... And every single villager is down here and unable to get to the jobs, I assume. But that works fine for me, because it means we can immediately turn at least 2 of them into Fletchers. It's kind of the method I use. Step 1, Fletchers. Step 2, feed the villagers so we can get more villagers. And then step 3 is just sort of profits. Just, yeah, it's not a exceptionally complex plan, but it is the one I always use. We're going to go through basically all of our wood to get some emeralds and also clear out our inventory a little bit. I didn't need to be running around with all that dark and light oak wood. No regular oak wood for me, only dark and light. Because we have the saplings, so we can always get more. I don't want to mess around with songs on these videos other than the actual Minecraft noise. So you will also be forced to hear me humming from time to time when I forget that there's a chance that another human being could be listening to me. Okay. So we have some Fletchers, we have some emeralds. I'm going to leave my crafting table over there. We have more bread, we have more apples, we have a dandelion, we have 2 potatoes. I don't need that, and I don't need the dandelion, but I do want the chest. Kitty cat. I do like that the villagers are always just so interested in cats. They're like, oh, hi, what are you? Oh, you will also be useful. That's kind of the next step in my exceptionally complex and intelligent plan. Step 1, get emeralds via Fletchers. Step 2, get villagers with the emeralds and bread. And then step 3, get tools with the toolsmith. Take the bread. See, I told you I was going to find the village and then I was going to immediately, hello child, complain about the villagers. See if the child wants the bread. Take the bread. Nice, okay. And yeah, there's not like a ton to loot in this village, which is a pity, because looting is one of my favorite pastimes. But we will remain strong. Like I said, we were trying to... Ooh, hello. If you need me, I'll be just jumping for joy over 2 more emeralds. Okay, I should be able to find that again. Okay, and now I'm going to immediately set up chests so I can drop all of this stuff in there. Sir, why? Come on. Alright, well, we can't say I didn't try. You can say I didn't try very hard, but I did try. Considering these videos are mostly just going to be me yawning. Oh, okay, so we could have already had a Fletcher. But I think they all got stuck down there. The real question is, where do I want to be? I do think it would be super cool to build like a castle on this rocky shore that is sort of built up out of the land. And then you're kind of close to the village, but you're not right in the way. And maybe I could put an iron farm right in the center here. Yeah, I don't see why not. Don't see why not. We're gonna see if we can feed these cows real quick. And then I guess we're gonna fall off that little cliff. And yeah, head over there. Take my little boat out. Along we go. And yeah, apparently this will be our new home. Okay, step one. I left my bed over there. I don't want to go back over there. All right, step one, find more sheep. Also, you know, if I leave my bed over there, then we get more villagers. All part of the plan. All part of the plan. What? Oh, it's just a horse. I could not tell what that was for a second, and I was terrified. Because say it with me, if you don't know what it is, it wants to kill you. Okay, iron. 2, 3, 4. Any more? Although 4 is respectable to find just randomly on the surface. Likely won't be doing a lot of caving early game here, because that does not mesh with our staying alive policy. But that is okay. Alright, I'm not seeing more cows. No, more sheep. I'm not seeing either of them. I'm seeing this ravine type feature. Chicken. Chick, they're just so cute, which is why I need to stop bringing it up. But it's why I tried to get one last video. It was adorable, and it was my undoing. Okay. And we are staying away. We are fighting the impulse to jump into water if we're not certain we will land inside water. Watch me be so careful and die on like day 99. Or, you know, just day 10 would be worse, I guess. But it would be funnier, I think, if I got to day 99 and then just, you know, beefed it. Alright, our new home. Step 1, put down a bed. Step 2, light it up. While we wait for it to be dark enough to sleep. I don't think I'm going to do any terraforming, or not a ton, because we talked about, you know, I want the castle to just sort of rise up out of the land, and I think it'll look cooler if the land has a little dimension to it, and it's not just flat. Good night. Alright, good morning. It is beautiful day 5. The sun is rising. Village is still there. Villagers are out there being annoying. We are going to begin having just the most unorganized chest monster you've ever seen. That's a lie. I'm going to put all of the saplings in one chest. But other than that, complete disaster, and I'm fine with that. And I guess I'll use the cobblestone to kind of outline our area. Don't need emeralds currently. Pale moss is gonna look cool, I think, around the castle, but I don't need it right now. Don't need that probably ever again. I'm gonna start cooking. Am I hallucinating that at one point I mined some coal? It's, yeah, memory over here is a disaster. So hopefully that's fun for you. Say, oh wow, did Beast Mode remember that correctly? You make a game out of it. The answer is typically going to be no. Typically, no. Well, whether it's a hallucination or not. The other thing is, I've done 7 attempts now, so that's 7 times that at some point I have mined coal in a video. And it does run together a little bit. But we will get... Oh, I'm not hallucinating. I turned it all into torches. There we go. I got there in the end. I don't know if you can hear this. I'm going to have some water. You should too. It might sound terrible. Sorry. Maybe I'll cut that out of the video. I don't know how loud that was. A little more coal. A little more coal for Bees Mode. Hopefully we'll be able to get decent tools fairly quickly because of the tool master dude, the villager. There we are. Okay. But it does depend really on just how fast I get going here. There's a lot to do now that we have set up our base camp. Okay, we have 4 iron. That is something. 4 iron. None of our wood made it with us because I traded it all. That's totally fine. We're going to get that cooking. I believe with 4 iron, I can make boots. Little booties. Which will help me stay alive. That is the #1 goal. Literally, it says it on the can. Survive 100 days. And use this wood to make yet another crafting table, because I swear I just sprinkle those around. Yes, boots. Boots for Bees Mode. Okay, we are doing all right. We're beginning to look real good. Eat some apples. Kind of think over the plan. I'm going to plant some spruce trees over by the village because I'm going to keep 2 in reserve. If it makes, well, it will make the village look questionable with the podzol, but it's the village and not my home area, so I do not care. In the past, I have attempted to kind of make the village look nice, have a villager area and some villager stalls. I'm not even going to worry about that right now. Okay, I'm going to make a copper helmet, and we're very multicolored, but very cute. Sorry, my little timer is going off because I need to keep track of time, which is difficult to do in Minecraft. I think it really sucks you in. Not a bad thing. It's part of what makes it so enjoyable. But the real world does exist. Okay. And down. I'm glad I got rid of that kelp. We didn't bring it with us because there's kelp right here. I'm going to kind of hang out, I think, on the lower half of the village in general. I will make a staircase to get up there, so both I and the villagers have easier access. But I think most of our time will be spent a little lower down, because that just kind of seems where they've all gathered. And who am I to fight the wisdom of villagers? Alright, big tree. Big tree time. And then a few more trees, which will provide us eventually with more saplings. It's really coming together now. Seeds. I have really no use for seeds because I'm going to just trade with a farmer until I get golden carrots probably. But I have made the seedy place or a seedy place advancement. That's always nice. It's probably a bad place to put that because our staircase is right there. We will put it down here. See, I got the tiniest bit of armor and I immediately start just yeeting myself off cliffs. No, we're not trading with you if you're going to ask for extra, because we are poor currently. We don't have much of anything. But we do have the ability to get a few tools from this guy. Some nice stone tools. Alright, so I'm going to get 2 axes because we're about to be chopping down trees like crazy, and a pickaxe. And I guess I'll leave you in here. I suppose it increases your chance of survival. It'd be annoying to trade with you and level you up and then have you die. Okay. While we wait for our big trees to grow, I will begin mining. That's what you do in Minecraft. You mine, you craft, you trade with villagers, you build. I don't know why I'm just listing things. Okay, we found water. That's not very helpful because I do not have any kind of enchantments that will help me with water right now. So we're gonna mine a different direction. It's always so annoying to come into a new world and have only stone tools. Like, the very beginning of the world is, I mean, I guess it is my favorite part because it's like everything's new and the possibilities are endless and you get to explore and see what's around. But it is also somewhat annoying to not have good tools, which you may have had in a previous video. There's just a lot of water around here. I'm going to keep trying to block it off and we'll just kind of see where it gets us. Ooh, andesite. I recently discovered that I really like building with andesite. I feel like it looks really nice, especially with smooth stone, which I think is mostly what we're going to be using to build our conceptual castle. Hopefully I can get a Silk Touch pickaxe reasonably easily, but also it's not that hard to just mine up a bunch of cobblestone and then put it in a bunch of furnaces. Oh, baby Zork. I don't know if it caught it, but the dog just sneezed. Alright, we are back at it. Settle in here a bit. Let's see. Clearly we've been mining. It's so funny. It's, you know, I assume this will be one continuous video. But I'm spending most of the time going, oh, we're back. Here we go again. I have returned. Alright, we're just gonna go till this pickaxe breaks. There it is, and back we go. I believe there's some villagers deeply in love right outside our little mine entrance for some reason. Stairway's getting some use. Big tree. Hello, big tree. See, yeah, that's the downside. I guess if there is a downside of this mod, is, yeah, it's possible to bust your axe and still have some tree left, which is possible. Obviously, if you're cutting down a tree normally. You can hear the dog squeaking the toy in the background probably also. But it can be a little hard to get to the leftover tree parts. But we will prevail and probably just pillar up. All right, day 6. We are looking good. We've got part of a tree to break down. We've got a home base. We have a perspective location for our cool build of the episode. We'll see how far we can get into it. Yeah, I don't really consider myself a gifted Minecraft builder. I enjoy it, which I do think is the important part. And I hope to be getting better. I think the stuff I do just tends to go, this is funny, really blocky. They say of the block game. But yeah, it can be hard to get dimension and make things feel organic. So I want to keep working on that. I keep trying to put a tree there, and I feel that it's not a good place for a tree. All right, you are going to become iron. Real quick here. Hello, sir. Please don't climb on anything I haven't noticed and destroy me. That's right, I make my own sound effects. There we go. Okay, and check that there aren't any others that are mad at me and cut down. Don't want that. I don't need these seeds. I will eat these apples to get rid of them. I don't really intend to make a garden, maybe like a decorative one around the castle, eventually. But I'm just gonna eat these. We're pretty low on food right now. I don't know if you've noticed, so it's nice to keep the beef for as long as we can. Why am I over here? I'm over here to trade with villagers and also to hold my shield like I'm not an idiot. Okay, we are prepared. We've lost the staircase. Down we go. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hello. We're also probably going to make an iron farm pretty fast here. It's really the only valid way to level up the toolsmith. Because I'm going to get all my stone tools, and then this man is going to offer me the chance to buy a bell for like 30 emeralds, and it's only going to level him up another 1/8 of an inch, basically. But if we have iron, we can level him up very quickly. So let's come over here. I think this was the farmer we had traded with previously. Hello, sir. Yes. Go throw a bunch of bread at the villagers. Hello. Have some bread. And get back to the mining. Probably bust another pickaxe or 2 on this. And use that material to get an iron farm started. I always get midway through any build, but specifically the iron farm, because it's exactly the same every time. I get partway through, and then I realize, oh, I forgot a important item. And the item that I've forgotten does vary. But what does not vary, what is invariable, is that I will forget something. So right now I'm just trying to mentally catalog all the things we'll need. We'll need, I think, about 3 stacks of some kind of building block. We're going to use cobblestone. And 3 barrels, 3 beds, 3 villagers. Around 15 signs, a trapdoor, lava, 2 buckets of water, and a bunch of hoppers, which we will make. Oh, and a bunch of hoppers that we're going to make after the farm is active, but also we're going to need a anvil because we need to name a zombie so it doesn't despawn. And the anvil requires, it's 3 blocks of iron plus, I think it's 4 iron ingots. And I'm not going to do the math on that, but it's a lot. And we don't have that much right now. So ideally, as I talk about this, we're going to run into a huge vein of iron, and it's going to have enough that we can make that anvil. Realistically, we're just going to keep attacking iron golems whenever they show up. And yeah, because name tags are significantly easier to get in the, I think it's the latest update, whatever, the latest update that I'm playing on, which was a bit frustrating the way I learned it. Oh, hello. It's a, oh, okay, so we have lava. That could be nice. The way I learned that name tags are easier to get now is I leveled up a librarian, and in the past they would have a name tag trade typically. I leveled them up and I was like, ah man, no name tag. And then I leveled up a different librarian and I was like, ah man, no name tag. And then I Googled it and I was like, oh, okay, so it's basically free now because I think it's 1 iron nugget and or 1 metal nugget and maybe 3 pieces of paper. It's basically nothing. I can make andesite? No way. All right, well, we're going to do that because I don't care about diorite. Boom. Crafting. Okay, I came up here so I could make a bucket. We're going to get that lava. Or die trying. No, we're not going to die. Look at me. We're not going to die. We're living. All right, so we're going to get that lava. But librarians do sell candles now, which is a better way to get candles because it's relatively slow if you're using string and wax to do it. But if you're just buying it, you know, if you can't make your own candles, store-bought is fine. Iron. See, I manifested this. There's going to be enough iron to make a whole anvil. It's 4, I think. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so not enough to make an anvil, but enough that I won't have to demolish as many iron golems. Which is cool because I get so scared every time. I'm just positive they're gonna climb up on a block that I didn't notice and one-shot me. And then laugh about it. Okay, we're going to light this up a bit. That's not a torch. Light this up a bit. We're going to put our shield on. We're gonna organize our tools. I don't need the sticks there. I have my really incredible food source right there, and we will make a little staircase situation down to this lava. The nice thing is that hypothetically there shouldn't be just a ton of mobs waiting for me because it's by the lava. I think I'm just gonna drop a pillar back up. Okay. Oh my god. Please nobody shoot me. Okay. Yeah, so that went totally fine. I was never scared. Really, there's nothing to worry. There's some more iron. Nothing to worry about whatsoever. See, a lot of the... Oh, okay. skeletons. Thought I heard a skeleton. A lot of the questionable things I do are totally fine as long as there are no skeletons getting ready to just shoot me off of whatever precarious perch I'm on. But there usually are skeletons, I've found. You may have also noticed. And that's where things get dicey. Okay. I think step one is the iron before I take away the light. Oh, more iron. I don't want to get greedy. Right, I should eat. I'm still really just generally under-armored and under-prepared. But you gotta do what you gotta do and move forward. Okay, that's reasonable. We'll get a little more here. We will grab this iron and then we're going to run. Okay. And the lava. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, there's more iron. Grab the lava first. If we have to go, we can. Okay, we have that. We will light up in lieu of the lava. Wait until it moves. Run over here, grab that iron. Oh, more iron, dang. This is quite the cave. And then we're gonna book it. Mark my words. Okay. Very nice. A little more andesite. No, I lied. We're booking it. We're booking it. No more andesite. Only running away. Oh, yeah. Time to go. Time to go. I'm certain things will be following me. Again, I hope we are not having to deal with any skeletons. That is a surefire way to have a bad time. All right, and I think our little staircase will be still usable if I go like that. Okay. All right. However, if I go like this, we'll see how far we can get in before cave opens up under us again. But if we do a little check, that's 24 iron. Let's see. What's 9 times 3? 36? Yeah, I graduated high school. We're getting closer, is the point. We are getting closer to having enough iron for an anvil, so we can name tag a zombie, so we can have an iron farm, so we can level up the toolsmith, and also have more emeralds, so we can get armor. And then in the background of all of that, with all this stone we're getting, cobblestone that will become stone, we will be raising the greatest castle you have ever seen. It will be at least 3 blocks tall. A monument to the hubris of bees mode. Get a little bit of copper, because it's really a pretty block, and I like that it changes colors. I feel like I've typically been using it in the like orange typical copper form recently. There were chewing noises just there. I think I probably will have cut them out. I think I've been using the copper in like the orange form recently, but it also looks so nice that it goes to that like blue-green patinaed form. And having some more color could be a nice way to add just like dimension and interest to the builds. I will say, this is the first video that I'm doing any kind of voice over talking situation. And it's more fun for me I get to be all chatty and just kind of have a stream of consciousness going. And then it's less like I'm playing on my own, and a little bit more like you're on that 2-week, gold, and also zombie, Minecraft phase with your friends where, ideally at least one of them is unemployed briefly, and it's just Minecraft 24/7. And the speed with which things get built during that phase is insane, because somebody's, like I said, ideally at least one person in the friend group is not working during that period. And so they're just always on. And they can build crazy things crazy fast from everyone else's perspective, because they don't have anything else going on. And it really benefits everyone else. It's just a really nice time. Oh. Some baby noises. Might go back to sleep. Might not. But yeah, if I'm chatting with you guys, it's kind of like, I'm on Minecraft with my friends. I will say though, none of you are really pulling your weight as far as builds or like taking care of enchanting or making sure there's food. It does really seem to just be me doing stuff, but that's okay. I do not mind. Alright, we're gonna head back up here. Does look like it's gone tonight, so maybe that's not so wise. Okay, I lied. We are going to just keep mining until day 7. Probably gonna blow through that gold pickaxe pretty fast, but yeah, we'll just keep mining till day 7. Did not bring down the crafting table either. We'll mine as long as we can. How about that? Mine as long as we possibly can. That is a creeper. One of the many things that I am afraid of down here. Ideally, this will just crush the creeper. I don't think that's how grapple works, but it would be nice. Would be nice. Hello. And again, it'll really only take like one skeleton to ruin my day here. It's a compelling cave, though. Yeah. All right. Anyway, we're gonna go up here a bit and then take a sharp turn to the right. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think it really matters. So we can do a little bit more mining in peace. Because I am not ready. Excuse me. I am not ready for that cave. And also, I don't really want deep slate for the build, the castle. We want smooth stone and andesite. I'm excited to learn that you can make andesite out of diorite and cobblestone. Has that always been a thing? And again, it's been recent that I've been building enough to realize that, I like the kind of way that, this is a nice pickaxe, or as long as it lasts, the way that cobblestone or stone and andesite look together. More iron. But I feel like I don't think I'd ever seen that recipe before. So it was a bit of a surprise. A nice treat. A nice treat for Bees Mode. This has actually been a wildly successful mining trip when it comes to iron. Because, again, why do I feel like we had more? Oh my god, does iron... Are you telling me that this shiny gold pickaxe in my hand doesn't work on iron? This is unbelievable. Look at me. This is unbelievable. Believable. Okay. Well, that was a good thing to learn. We love to learn. We love to grow. We'll just keep chomping. Or digging. Mining. I'm kind of disappointed about that because it was like, oh yeah, we're doing so good on the iron. It still has been a reasonably good mining time, TM. And to be fair, it's not like we had an extra pickaxe that we could have used to get that iron. We would have inevitably used this, and we would have inevitably been disappointed. Alright, so we're going to... I'm so sorry, I'm yawning all over the place. Alright, we're going to eat our little beef jerky on the way up here so that we are prepared for whatever we run into. Oh, day 7? Did it just flip? Very nice. Perfect timing. Alright, well, it looks like it's a beautiful day to maybe not that spot. A beautiful day to just so happen to come here, sir. Oh my goodness, it's not going well, my dudes. I'm just gonna see if I can push them off. Perhaps not, my dudes. It's not going well, folks. The pro gaming moves are lacking. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about, where I'm always worried they're gonna climb up onto some block and then be level with me and then just demolish me. Alright, well, the good news is there's absolutely no evidence that we ever did this. No way to tell that I was ever even here. Alright. I have a furnace somewhere. I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to get right into smelting this iron with our 8 sticks. I'm going to go chop down some trees. Sorry. Ooh, that is a monster. Okay. It's definitely going to take a whole axe. I mean, they all take a whole axe, but it's going to take, like, probably all of a whole axe. Dokie. I do have a fresh axe. And yeah, there's a way to fix this. I've seen other people do it. I haven't figured it out. So when it won't chop down the whole tree, we just keep going. The dog is here. Everybody get some sticks. You get some sticks. Oh, gotta go.